going on, y'all? This is Izzy Mill, creator of New Mars Creations, live in Charlotte, Foes up, you know what I'm saying? Live for TalentTape magazine, man. Definitely a pleasure to be here, and yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, so first question, where are you from and where were you raised?
So, I am born and raised in Charlotte, North Carolina. I actually, that's one of the things I kind of hold, to my heart, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely proud about, because I feel like Charlotte is such a melting pot. So, you get a lot of people that's just from everywhere, we get people from New York, Florida, the West Coast, all that, so I definitely take pride in being born and raised from Charlotte, born on the couch in Piedmont Courts, you know what I'm saying? I'm a real Charlotteans know about Piedmont Courts.
Okay, and so what's been your experience living here?
I feel like we got to go into different aspects. Socially, I feel like it's always been cool because you experience Charlotte by who you're around. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my tale of Charlotte may be totally different from somebody else's, but I love that I got to experience. Like I've lived on each and every side, so it's like I got to get a taste of every side, you know what I'm saying? And, different places, different types of people. Like I went to, as far as high school, I went to East Met for my first 3 years, and I ended up graduating from South Met. But just even in that switch, East to South, it was such a culture shock and all that. I met some of my people to this day at South,
Okay.
So it's like I really got a little bit of taste of everything, you know what I mean?
Okay. Okay, and so how would you describe your childhood?
How would I describe my childhood? I would describe it as adventurous. I'm an only child too, so I gotta say kind of somewhat isolated. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think as a kid, my mom always say, I was just like a happy little kid. You know what I'm saying? I just was always smiling and stuff. Like any other kid, I like video games. Going outside and shit, playing. Before the internet. You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah, just honestly, kind of even though I didn't know what I was doing back then, I was kind of laying the foundation for my creativity today. Yeah.
And so, did you have any cousins or neighbors or friends that you?
I definitely, I want to send a rest in peace to my cousin Chris, man. Chris McDuffie, man, that was my cousin. I was so he had 2 brothers. So I had 3 main cousins. Those are my first cousins on my mom's side, and those were pretty much my brothers. We've all lived together. We've all we went everywhere with each other. Did everything. So those were my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Well, are my brothers. You know what I'm saying? And then I got my cousin Corey, got my little cousin Barack. You know what I mean? And, yeah, those are pretty much my brothers. I definitely got a shout out to my first cousins on my pop side. My cousins Maya, Quay, Braden, all of them. You know what I mean? They that's family too. You know what I'm saying? That was straight up. I took a bullet for all of them.
And were any of your cousins creative, or do you think they kind of played a role in your creative process and where you are now?
So on my mom's side, hell no. They was just they was just funny as hell, goofy as hell, and they was just had your regular young black kid growing up experience, So what I was doing was kind of nuanced to them, you know what I'm saying? They just knew I was the cousin that was doing as a lot of people think back then, white people shit, you know what I'm saying? Or just different things that involve creativity and shit. I was first one to learn how to make a beat and shit, just a little different shit like that. But on my pop side, I have to say that Yeah, and I feel like honestly, it's some of because all of them are younger than me, so it's kind of like I almost like had an influence on them to just get into their creative bag, and yeah, they some talented motherfuckers, so
Right.
for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. And so, like, how would you say like your creative process is today? Like, what kind of gets you in that space to where you're like, all right, I'm gonna create this idea, I'm gonna put
Chaotic.
this out there, like.
Chaotic. That's the word I would use. Chaotic because there's no rhyme or reason to it. I'm becoming more organized in it, but honestly, it just comes to me when it comes to me, and when it does come, it just flows, and I just go with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like, and it's in different mediums. Like I make music. I design clothes.
Right.
Just like and whatever medium I'm feeling, I'm going with it. And yeah, it's just like all however it comes, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. And so, speaking of making music, I saw that you were a part of a concept called Soul City. So, what is that all about?
Yeah. Shout out my brother Nova, man. We definitely like right around the time that COVID had first kicked off and shit, like we were locked in the house. That's when niggas really scared of this shit. Yeah, like I locked there with my boys, Dawson and Noble. And yeah, we were kind of just like locked in the crib, and it was not we weren't doing nothing but waking up, yating every day. You know what I'm saying? That was such a beautiful environment, man, because it was just like it was pure. It was almost childlike, you know what I'm saying? And like we would just wake up, turn some music on, probably smoke a little something, but we make sure we were still exercising and shit, man. And like it was really like almost like a goddamn like a creative camp type shit, you know what I'm saying? And we was just working, and we decided to me and Noble decided to drop a tape. And so like we actually just had stumbled across so people don't know there's this thing that was called Soul City, and it's actually in North Carolina. And so basically what we got from that was the place where that was like the first group of black people to come together and create a city just for black people to build. It's almost like on some Black Wall Street type shit.
Okay.
But they actually they pretty much killed that shit because they poisoned the water. They like it was just like a whole bunch of fuckery going on, and yeah, so it was just kind of like we decided that would be the name of it because it's kind of like the reprise of it.
Okay.
And that's kind of
Okay.
like the
I'm
aesthetic
digging
and all
it.
that. And we came
Yeah.
together and dropped that project, write raps and go home.
Okay, that's what's up. And so I see that like a lot of your messages have to do with like real world issues. So like like saving the planet, organic, fuck gentrification. So like what made you want to put those messages out there?
Because it got to be said, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got to tell the story, you know what I mean?
Facts.
I feel like we got enough clothes out here, period. They say the fashion industry is one of the biggest leaders in pollution, which is partly why I'm, looking to, soon get into more like sustainable clothing.
Okay.
But honestly, like we don't got no space for no shit without no purpose. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Like we got enough of that. So I try to do something with some sort of messaging that I feel like can further better society and further, or just make you think. You know what I
right,
mean? Like just
right.
anything
That's
along those
what's up.
lines.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what's up. That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So if someone were to ask, who are you? How would you answer?
What is today? I feel like it changes just on where I'm at. You know what I mean? Like somebody might meet me and I might be in a certain place, and they meet me a whole another day. That's a whole another person. But it's all me. I feel like I got like different sides of me. But I feel like all of them are very loving. I care about the people around me, and I just care about people. Period. Creative. I just love just making shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I feel like those is probably the main characteristics of me.
Okay, okay. And so, like, what would you say are like, some of like your best traits? Some of like your strengths
So my strengths,
as an individual.
durability. Um, I feel like it's a lot of things that I've endured that might have broke some people, but somehow I just kind of I keep pushing, and I feel like that's one of my best traits. And then another trait is just I mean, I feel like talking about it kind of makes it narcissistic, but like just my love, like just being able to still spread love the way I do, even through the bullshit, because definitely a lot of bullshit out here, but I still try to spread love.
That's what's up. Listen, that's really what's up because that's really what it's all about. Like you can't let this world or what you go through harden your heart. Like so, I really, I respect that for real. That's what's up.
Real talk. I appreciate that.
No doubt. Okay. And so, how would you describe your style?
Niche.
Niche.
Very, very niche. It's like my style is more so like it could go from like if you don't know what I got on, what I'm saying, you might be like, nah, that ain't no fit. But if you know, like, it's not very like designer driven or nothing like that either though. It's like it's just like I wear what I like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's influenced from everything everything creatively that I see and influenced by, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes like you might catch me on some low key like punk vibes, you know what I'm saying? Or like you can catch me on some like goddamn who would I compare it to? Like on some just like clean shit, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I like dress up,
Okay.
It varies.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. And so, like, what are some of your favorite brands?
Favorite brands. New Mars Creations.
Okay.
I
Of course.
Some of my favorite brands. I have to say like ice cream. I love ice cream. I feel like I'm definitely influenced by Pharrell as a whole. Um, Low key, a lot of just like of the dope like streetwear companies, along with Polo. I have to give Polo their credit just for how they maintained a hold on culture. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you ain't never got played for wearing some Ralph Lauren Polo. You know what I mean? Like, and if you know how to put that shit together, then you know how to put that shit together.
Right.
So, and vintage Tommy, even though he don't fuck with niggas, but like I still love some of the vintage Tommy pieces. I feel like it's some brands that I'm gonna think of as soon as I leave here, but just really like, yeah, those,
Okay. And so, what is ice cream? I've never heard
Ice
of
cream.
that. Yeah.
Ice cream is the creation of Pharrell Williams and Nigo. So Nigo is the dude who made Bake. He's from Japan.
Okay.
So yeah, him and Pharrell like. Actually, I don't even know if Nigo's involved with ice cream, but I know like when they made that connection is around the time that ice cream came about. But it's basically like a brand. You probably seen it around and didn't even know you saw it, But it's just like that first hint of like streetwear and just like that like exotic style. They have very like colorful things, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, a black tee with some shit on it, you know what I'm saying? They usually involve like just multiple different colors or different, just like, yeah, they shit just different, you know what I mean? Real talk.
So, would you say that kind of like influences like a lot of like the colors and styles that you use in your own creations? Like, would you say that you consider like your brand to be colorful and vibrant? Like, how would you describe your brand? Based on the influence.
I'm very big on color.
Okay.
I'm very big on color because I feel like, that's the first thing you see. You know what I'm saying? Before you get to your eyes get to read a message that's on it or anything like that, the first thing you notice is the color.
Right.
It's like this fucking big ass yellow puffer I got on with the Jeep, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm real big on that because I feel like that's art in a sense too. Just like
Right.
being able to make colors complementary that people didn't even know was complementary. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like just just playing around with that. So
Right.
I'm very big on that.
Right, and I can definitely see that with like your Save the Planet hoodie, the orange one
Right.
with like the vibrant green message. Like I really like that because it
Thank
definitely
you.
catches your eye, and as soon as it catches your eye, that's when somebody's gonna read it, like, oh, okay, like I like that. So yeah, I'm digging that for real. That's what's
Yes,
up.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
get into it. Okay, so what has been your journey that led you to creating clothing?
It's crazy. I had to ask my homie the other day. Like I never like had a specific day where I was just like, I'm creative fucking brand. Like it was like, and one of the answers he gave me was like, bro, like it was almost childlike. You know what I'm saying? Just the way you delved into it. Just like I just would be in the basement, you know what I'm saying, which hits the name, the basement CLT. We kind of spoke about it off air, but yeah, like it was the basement of my grandmother's house in North Charlotte, which is where I shot the fuck gentrification shoot there. That's my peoples was born and raised there. Where they came up there. My grandma had a house there 23 years or whatever, and I used to live in the basement down there for like a couple of years, and that's where I really just started like. That's where I started like taking rap serious. That's where New Mars Creations was born. And yeah, I pretty much like I just started. You know what? I think it started by a sticker. It was a sticker I saw and I bought that said "Get off my planet." And I don't know, that just kind of sparked like the whole idea. And the new, like to break down the name of it, New Mars Creations is the new. It's like for like the retro futurism. You know what I'm saying? It's for like that bring you that new crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Futuristic. The Mars is bringing you that like it's the think outside the box mentality, thinking outside the ozone. I feel like space is a metaphor for thinking further. You know,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
that's kind of where that came
Yeah.
from. And the creations is because like I didn't want to pigeonhole myself into just honestly just clothes. I
Right.
feel like
Right.
I wanted
Right.
to be art. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Whether I might drop some furniture. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't no
Right.
telling. So that's kind of where it stemmed from, and I just continued to build on top of it because at first, I ain't even gonna lie, my shit was ass, but like I like continued to just build upon that and figure out like how to move more concisely and what I wanted to make, and just keeping at that, just like it helped me grow.
Right. Okay. And so, like, I guess I should ask this because you don't really come across a lot of people who think on that deeper level. So, what would you kind of attribute to you wanting to kind of think outside the box and do something different than everybody else?
Because it's kind of been like my whole thing all my life. I felt like I was born different, and that's not a different as in like looking down on other shit. It's more so like a different like even if I tried to fit in, I wouldn't. So it's like it eventually just came to me embracing that and embracing who I am as a person. And so I wanted to